Ajinkya, one cricket skill which is underrated according to you. Okay, I'll take a nap.
2.
We missed out on Pati Rana, we missed out on Harshit Rana, who's been doing well.
Yes.
And I wanted basically certain things to be handled in a different manner. I sat down with all the Indian players together and gave them that clarity, what is important from there onwards after 6 matches.
You know, everyone in their post-match presentation speeches goes out and says that we've had a lot of really good memories in the dressing room. Can you share probably your fondest memory from a dressing room?
Melbourne, we won the test match and we wanted to go and eat an ice cream with our physio.
Just take us through what happened in this season. Welcome back to Across the Pitch with Ajinkya Rahane, powered by IDFC First Bank. Over the last 2 episodes, we've spoken about the evolution of the game and the mindset required to succeed at the highest level. Today, we are focusing on something every team relies on, especially when times get tough: leadership. Ajinkya, welcome back.
Thank you.
When we talk about leadership, my mind immediately goes back to what you've done in Australia. Probably the most historic series India has ever played, but I'm not going to go that far back because you've just come out of the IPL. There was so much discussion around what happened with KKR this season. I know you were off social media, which is the wisest thing to do, but the first 6 games, y'all would get close, y'all would lose games, just not managing to get those wins. And then you turned things around in the season, won the next 6 games. So it was a completely different second half of the tournament. What were your learnings this season? Just take us through what happened in this season, how you kept your group together, how you managed to keep everyone motivated.
Yeah, I think it was a very, very challenging period what we had first 5-6 matches. As you rightly mentioned, I think out of 6 matches, I mean, we just got that 1 point against Kings 11.
The rain.
But, because of the rain. But apart from that, every other game we lost. After that, I mean, I'll come back to that. But
I'd like to come back to that as well because there was lots discussed around the toss decision there, but we'll come back to that.
So after 6 matches, I sat down with myself and told myself I need to change something rather than expecting other players to change, support staff to change. I thought if I can change my method, because as a captain, there's so many things going on in your mind, especially leading the IPL franchise. The expectations, the pressure, everything is completely different. So I thought I'm not too much into the data or I don't do too much of video analysis, but I sat down with myself and I thought if I can change and see more videos so that it will be easier for my players to go during the game. So the change which I made after 6 matches was sitting down with the video analyst, trying to see the data of each and every game, each and every venue and the opposition as well. The run scoring patterns, the strike rate factor, the lowest strike rate factor and everything. So I was spending hours and hours with myself with the video analyst, and then even after the game, we used to sit down for an hour or 2 just to see how things went for us. But for me, what was important after 6 matches was at times as a captain, as a leader, you got to put your foot down. At certain things, and I wanted basically certain things to be handled in a different manner. I sat down with all the Indian players together and gave them that clarity, what is important from there onwards after 6 matches, giving them that freedom, and also the clarity about their role. So it's difficult if some player is not playing. I think frank communication matters a lot, and that is very important. That's what I learned as a captain and as a leader, that if you can communicate frankly with your player, the atmosphere remains really good. Because every player wants to play, but players do understand. Everyone cannot play.
Yes.
They do understand, but as long as you are having that conversation, it's very important. So I sat down with all the Indian players. I had one-on-one conversation with all the overseas players as well, giving them that clarity. So I thought when we started winning, people outside thought the atmosphere for us was really good. But then I had to make those choices. I had to make that effort to be with players and also having the conversation and the communication.
You know, you've spoken so much and I want to address so many topics, but I want to first go to the video analyst bit which you spoke about. You said that you were not someone who used to rely too much on video analysis. I remember during the season we had spoken once and you said Nathan's your video analyst and you'd sit down with him after every game. So your wife Radhika had called but you not answer the calls because you're sitting with Nathan. He had become the most important person in your life at that point. And you said a particular setup you all had against Nicholas Puran which you all had planned out. Can you just take me through that particular one which we had spoken about?
Yes, I think before going into that, I want to mention one more thing. The tournament like IPL, we generally have team meetings, the batters meeting and the bowlers meetings. After 5 matches, we scrapped all the meetings.
Wow.
I said we don't want to have any meetings.
No meetings at all?
No meetings at all. Just probably we used to meet for 5 minutes on the ground one day before the game. That's it. Apart from that, there was no team meeting and nothing.
But otherwise, you all had meetings every day. The first 5-6 games that you all lost.
Every single day, one day before the game, match when we used to go for the game, just before that as well. But that conscious effort of not having meetings helped us a lot because as a player, I know all the players, they know their game really well. They practice a lot, they prepare. The preparation was really good. But having that clear mindset rather than getting confused, what happens is sometimes you conduct too many meetings, your mind get confused. And I don't wanted that confusion amongst the players. So we scrapped all the meetings. It was a difficult call.
Brave call, yes.
Yeah, but no, I had to do that. And after that, we started winning. So I thought even players, they were in a very good mindset. They knew what they had to do on the ground. Once we crossed that boundary line, we all knew what we wanted to do and achieve. But talking about the video analyst, I think for me, as I said, I had to change something different. So I sat down with him, see all the data of the batters, the strong points, the weak points, different venues, different grounds, so the boundary dimensions as well. The name which you mentioned, Nicholas Puran, that one thing I remember, we saw his wagon wheel, we saw his basically 2 years of data, his scoring run zone, where he was actually scoring runs, the strike rate which he had, and against the spinners, especially Sunil Narine and Varun Chakravarti. There was nothing behind the square leg. There's nothing behind around the short fine leg. So we thought moving that fielder to offside, could be a great call or a decision. But for that, even I needed my bowler to be on the same page. It's important because as a captain, yes, I take the call. Sometimes I back my instincts, but it's important to have that communication with the bowler, and he has to be on the same page. And we both were on the same page. We had the discussion and we thought, okay, let's do it. Let's keep one extra guy on the offside. So we had 2 short third mans, 1 point and 1 just covers and the point. So 4 guys there. There was
and Varun was bowling.
Varun was bowling. Only 3 players on the onside: deep square leg, deep mid wicket, and long on. And then we had covers back and long off back. And we thought, let's try it for 2-3 deliveries. And the first delivery which he bowled was a wide delivery. In my head, I said, okay, let's give one more chance, one more delivery. If that doesn't work, we will go back to normal pace. The second ball, he got the wicket of Nicholas Puran. And that's where I felt sometimes, yes, as a captain, as I said, because there are too many things going on in your head.
Of course.
But for me, what was important to ease off that pressure of my players, and I'll take all the responsibility to see all the videos, see the data, see what is happening or scoring patterns of a different batter, which was really important. So yeah, I generally don't watch any videos, any kind of videos, but I had to change myself. So that was a great learning for me. But putting my foot down about the meetings, about different things, that really helped us a lot after 5 matches.
You know, Ajinkya, it almost feels when you captain and you have like a great series like the Australia series, it almost felt like you couldn't find 11 players to play in the team because of so many injuries that was there. Even this time with KKR, because the Patirana was injured, Mustafizur was not going to come. You had another 2 injuries, Harshit Rana who was not there as well. So I think there were almost 4 or 5 players who were supposed to be in your 11, and then by the time the season started, you didn't have those players. So as a captain, what do you do? Because you have certain plans, you have certain ideas that you want to go in with the season, and then there's so many injuries that come your way. So how do you manage like so many injuries during a season?
See, I'm a firm believer of cricket is a team game. Every member of the team is equally important. Yes, we missed out on Patirana, we missed out on Harshit Rana, who's been doing well.
Yes.
We missed out on Mustafizur as well. But there was an opportunity for other players to step up and do well for themselves. I feel it's a great platform and the opportunity. So I always look at in a positive way. and the conversation, the communication which I had with the Indian boys, especially one-on-one. So there was an opportunity for them, especially Karthik Tyagi, who did really well. Anukul Roy, who had a fantastic domestic season, he did really well. But for me, what was important to give them that confidence. Just tell them that you are going to play all the matches no matter what. Don't worry about your own performances. Just go out there and just express yourself. I think that was really important from my point of view, allowing them to play their game, play with freedom, not to think about their place in the team. So, and that's the thing I learned even in Australia as well, the series which we won. The freedom, the clarity of the process, and also allowing them to express. I think
that's something actually Ravichandra, Ashwin and I spoke, because Ash said that, with Aju, he gives you that clarity, saying that you don't worry, you're going to be backed. And that's something a player wants, because you can't have that at the back of your head when you're playing. So most players have spoken about you as a leader, saying you're someone who will always back your players, which gives them the confidence.
Yes, that's what is very important, because even when I was a player, when I was playing under different captains, it was important for me to have that clarity. Also, because it's very normal to think about your own place. When there is insecurity, you don't actually give your best. It's about, as a captain, if someone is giving you that clarity and freedom, you are going to be there no matter what. Even if you fail 5-6 times, you are going to be there. That player will give you more than his 100% for the team. So I think that's what I wanted from everyone, because everyone started talking about this guy is injured, this guy is again not available for us. I said, it's okay. We have other guys who can do well for us. Even if they don't perform in 2-3 matches, I was sure that those players will give us the contribution what we need in the coming matches. And as I said, Karthik Tyagi, Anukul Roy did the same thing.
I've also been told that you're someone, when we see you on television, we never seen you in like big group huddles, being the one who's always doing the talking. You're someone who likes to have those one-to-one conversations with every player. Has there been any particular experience where you felt a player has been down and you've had this one-to-one conversation? It's in your closed rooms where you have that conversation, you see that player go and perform very well the next day.
I remember having like 3-4 times two different players. Finn Allen, who's not doing well for us, first 5 matches, we had to drop him. Because if team is doing well, you can carry a player who is not doing well, but then we had to make any changes. But again, my responsibility was go up to him, being frank, and also tell him how important he is to the team. Rinku Singh, who was struggling first 5-6 matches, talking to him, basically his mindset, about understanding his mindset, what was going on in his head. Varun, again, having that bad time, first 3-4 matches, injury as well. He had a decent World Cup, but he was struggling. Came to IPL, again he was struggling. So having that conversation and giving them that belief that you don't worry, you are a great bowler, you believe at the highest level, this is just a phase. Because at times what happens, if player is not doing well, he tend to practice a lot, and that's where your mind and body gets tired. For me, my message was very simple to Varun, especially because he just played the World Cup. Coming from high intensity tournament to another high intensity tournament becomes really difficult. So I think having different conversation with different players helps a lot, and that's my responsibility. I'm, as you rightly mentioned, I don't talk too much on the with so many people around. I like to have that one-on-one conversation, understand the player, and giving him the clear message and what team requires from him.
And is this something that you've learned, or you've been influenced by some of the great captains that you've played under?
Yes, I played under different captains. Every single captain was completely different. My always theory is I like to learn different things, take different things from different people, different captains, and try and see what my character is as a captain. I basically like to back my instincts on the field, back my gut feeling on the field, but off the field, I like to become the big brother of my players. Basically, understand then their problems not only on the field but off the field as well. What is going on in their mind? So I learned a lot from many captains, but I generally follow my thing. What Ajinkya Rahane is as a captain.
We have spoken about planning, discipline, and long-term thinking. Those principles apply beyond cricket too, don't they?
Absolutely. It's the same mindset. You think long-term and make decisions that work for you over time. One thing I find interesting is that with an IDFC First Bank savings account, interest is credited every month rather than quarterly. That means compounding starts earlier and your money starts working harder for you.
You know, Ajinkya, for all KKR fans, there'll be so many questions on certain decisions, why those decisions were made, about the toss. But otherwise, we'll be here all day chatting about that. I want to speak to you about just the dressing room, because, you know, everyone in their post-match presentation speeches goes out and says that we've had a lot of really good memories in the dressing room. Can you share probably your fondest memory from a dressing room? Not just IPL, even Indian cricket.
I think in the Indian cricket, the fondest memory I want to tell is the Australia series, especially Melbourne. We won the test match and we wanted to go and eat an ice cream with our physio. Our physio said basically, let's go and eat ice cream. So him, myself and Rohit. So we three of us, we started walking. He said the ice cream shop is just 10 minutes away from the hotel. Let's walk. And we started walking 30 minutes, 40 minutes. In the end, 45 minutes, we reached there.
You really had to earn the ice cream.
We really had to earn the ice cream. But listen to this. The ice cream shop was closed.
Oh no.
It was closed. And then me and Rohit were like, Nitin was our physio. Nitin, what is this? And he got so upset. I mean, he said, okay, let's not worry. Let's go and eat something, because it was 31st night, 31st December. And then I told Nitin, now let's eat an ice cream when we win the series. So in Gabba, when we won the series, we went and had that ice cream. But I mean, that's the memory which we had. But I think this season, IPL also, there are many memories, especially the game against Rajasthan Royals, where we won the game. And then we went into the break and things started to go in our favor after that. So I think that game was really crucial for us. The dressing room atmosphere it was really important. You mentioned about the toss, the fans, they'll have many questions. Many people will have many questions, but whatever happens on the field, on the cricket ground, I would like to keep it there rather than talking about that, because I'm not a firm believer of that. I don't like to give any excuses, so I like to keep it in that way.
You know, Ajinkya, this is something that I've admired so much about you, because you said, like, whatever has happened, let's leave it there. You don't like to go out and speak and give excuses, or you're somebody who's always had your feet on the ground. You've always been very grounded. So when youngsters look up to someone like an Ajinkya Rahane, they'll say, I want to learn humility and grace from Ajju Dada. What's your message to the youngsters who look up to you?
I think respect the game. That's what is very important. That's what I always did, and I always do till I play cricket. Respect the game, respect the opposition, be humble. I think as I said, as a captain, there are too many things in your mind, in your head. There are decisions, people generally question the decisions, but again, no excuses for that. Don't let anyone take you for granted. That's what is really important. And that's what the message, even whichever team I play for, even if I'm low profile, I don't say too many things, I don't basically go into other things, but don't take me for granted. I understand, I played cricket for so many years. I know what is happening around me, behind me, in front of me. I know everything. But as a cricketer, what important thing for me is to focus on the team.
Yes.
How can I help the players? So to all the budding cricketers, respect the game. The attitude matters a lot. But having that self-belief, even if you're not doing well, and just stand up for yourself. That's important.
There's a big lesson there is don't let anyone take you for granted. I feel that's a lesson which I never thought I'd hear from you, Ajinkya. So I feel very proud to hear that. You know the drill now. It's that part of the episode where we have to do our rapid fire. I won't let you go without that. So this is with captaincy. In a test match, if you were to go with 5 bowlers or 4 bowlers, what would you choose?
5 bowlers.
Always attack.
Always
go for the win. That's how Ajinkya Rahane captains, doesn't he? The most underrated cricket skill according to you?
Wicket keeping.
No one really speaks so much about wicket keeping. Yes, that's a good one. One quality you would like to borrow from another captain?
Nothing. I'm happy the way I am as a captain.
All right. One rule that you'd like to change?
One rule I would like to change is the impact rule.
That's a whole lot of people who've gone and said that the impact rule, everyone wants that out.
And also one more rule, probably in future, a bowler can get to bowl an extra over. At least 2 bowlers.
Should get an extra
over.
All right. So this is in T20 cricket.
Yeah, T20 cricket.
All right. Last one then. One leadership mistake every young captain should avoid.
Copying other captains.
Oh, so you should remember
stick to your
have
style.
your own.
Yeah, stick to your own style.
Sometimes a message or a call can make us panic and react instantly, right?
If someone is creating urgency and asking for money, OTPs or personal details, treat it as a khatre ki ganti. Pause, verify and act only after checking. Report fraud on 1930 or cybercrime.gov.in.
All right, Ajinkya, thank you very, very much. I would like to go on and on, but because of our time constraint, I can't unfortunately ask all my questions. Thank you for taking us inside the dressing room and sharing some valuable lessons on leadership, trust, and also teamwork. It was an absolute pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching Across the Pitch with Ajinkya Rahane, powered by IDFC First Bank. Ajinkya, one cricket skill which is underrated according to you? It's a rapid fire, Ajinkya.
Yeah, but what skill?
Okay, I'll take a nap.
What skill? Underrated skill.
Tick tick one.
Wicket
Tick tick
keeping.
two.